Hometown Radio, 1580 KGAF presents the Community Service Report. Here is Dee Blanton.
Hi again, everyone. Time for our Community Service Report on this Thursday, and very happy to welcome in the folks from Muenster Memorial Hospital. We get to do this once a month, and it almost seems like it's not quite enough, Brian, but it's good to have you here as always, and I missed getting to see you last month, but it's good to have you here because I know from what we talked about before we went on here a little while ago, you've got a lot going on and a lot we want to cover. So I'll just let you start where you want and go where you want to go.
Well, I appreciate it, Dee, very much. And yes, I'm glad you're back. It's glad to be back with you this morning. I'm glad to be back with everybody. And I do want to give a shout out to the Muenster Hornets baseball team. Good luck to them this morning. When you're in a smaller town, everybody plays a part in backing that. So, at the hospital, yes, we have a lot of stuff going on, not only with the hospital, but with the clinic, the home care, specialty clinic, and we're really focusing on how do we manage today as we prepare for tomorrow. When you deal with rural health care, you have to look at, what's really going on today. And our focus obviously is, and I didn't come up with this and it really sounds good, but, we have to make sure that we're developing and delivering high quality patient care. We're supporting our providers. We're creating an excellent workplace for our employees. We're strengthening the hospital's role in the community, and we're ensuring fiscal responsibility. And for us, over the last year, especially year and a half, we have really focused on all of those, but the fiscal responsibility as we manage today has been a high priority. And based on our financials at the last board meeting, we're really trending in the right direction. We continue to grow the revenue, manage the expenses, manage the bottom line, and I think that's going to help us as we go forward. And for us in a rural healthcare, looking towards the future, while we're dealing today with, we have Dr. Crow-Rodney on board and all of the stuff that she's getting involved with and doing at the hospital. We're getting patients to come in and see her. We have to follow the same rules and regulations as a 1,000-bed hospital, and so trying to keep up with those, it really keeps you on your toes. And then, at the same time, we're trying to update our patient rooms, update the clinic, so we can look like we're a newer facility. We've got good bones, but you have to continue doing that. We had the party on the patio last night, and there was a good showing for that. We did the fan drive at the clinic last week, which was really good. And really, it all boils down to delivering high-quality patient care and being good stewards of the money that we deal with in today's setting. And then as we continue to do that, looking 2, 4, 6, even 8 years down the road, as we look towards the future, what do we want our hospital to become? Working with Dr. Crow-Rodney right now on the things that she would like to see us continue to grow within the limits and confines of our facility, but then also preparing for when Eric Hellman comes on board in 3 years, which I think is really going to be great for our facility. I'm already working with him on, he's going into his residency program right now on things that he can pick up and look at. I have a meeting with him actually Monday morning to kind of talk about what we want to look at 3 years down the road. So when he does come on board, we're prepared for those things. And you really have to be looking at those things. I talked to a student who graduated this year who's thinking about the nurse practitioner program, and it's a 7-year school stint, but we need to be looking at those things. Obviously, the legislators and all the wonderful things that they do and don't do and can't do and try to do, regardless if it's healthcare driven, rural healthcare driven, or small community driven, we play a role in that. And obviously they couldn't get enough done. So now we don't know really where we're at on certain things, unless it's texting and driving, because that one just got signed, with the special session that's going to be coming up. So it's kind of hurry up and wait. We just did the community needs assessment at the hospital, which is going to open up a lot of doors on things that we can look at and need to look at the Affordable Care Act or the replacement for that. Who knows at this point what that's going to roll out and be and how that's going to affect us. Even leadership education. We did something a couple weeks ago at the hospital where all of our department heads were brought in. I had a communication specialist who came in and did some leadership education. And we're hoping for our department heads and our directors to put together a 3-year education plan there where once a quarter we'll have some education, whether it's on organizational accountability or becoming a better listener or better communications. And I think that actually will help our organization also, because that's the gel that kind of holds all this together. And even working on an intern or internship program for kids in school that might want to get into healthcare. So with all of that, I've got a great quote for you that I read this morning. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. And that was the great Jimmy Dean, who said that. And really, that's what we have to look at. We can't change the direction of the wind in Muenster, but we can keep adjusting what we're doing. And really, it's an ongoing change. I mean, every day. And we have to be prepared for what could happen, what might happen, because you never know what left turn is going to drop in our lap tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to go back just in the couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes we have left here. I want to talk more about what I like to call the Eric Hellman project, because it's kind of a unique arrangement or I guess working relationship looking into the future. It's not often that you get someone this early in their training to already commit to come to work for you.
And that's true, and that's one of the things that we're hoping as part of our community needs assessment and what we're working on at the hospital is go to the schools when the kids are in the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade and bring them into the hospital, get them interested in healthcare projects, and start working on those relationships now, because yes, you really have to look now. It's not where somebody's going into a residency program and you're going to pay them, you can pay their tuition from when they went to school, but to have that commitment, and while there's a financial commitment associated with it, you really have to have that personality and personal commitment to having these ongoing meetings with this person. Let them know what's going on, get them excited about the things that we're doing, and then also as Eric especially goes out and does his residency program, he'll be able to pick up things that he's going to be doing in Lubbock and the other places he's going to be that he can potentially bring back to Muenster and help us really grow. And having those ongoing communications and conversations is going to help all of us in the long run.
Yeah, and isn't it great to have a local boy interested in coming back and working for his hometown hospital?
I'm really, really excited to see this. And I mean, the world is our oyster when it comes to this, and it's going to be great to see how this all works out.
Man, looking forward to it. It can't come quick enough, I know. All right, anything else in closing over the last few seconds here, Brian?
All I want to say is, the past cannot be changed and the future is yet in your power. So it's in our power to make it happen, and that's what we're working on.
Very good. Brian Roland, CEO at Muenster Memorial Hospital. Thank you, and we'll talk again next month.
Perfect.
All right, there he goes, and that's going to wrap it up for our Thursday community service program from Muenster Memorial Hospital here on KGAF.